The race to build frontier AI has long been an exclusive competition among well-funded Western labs. But in April, that exclusivity fractured. On April 7th, the Chinese AI lab DeepSeek rolled out an update to its website and mobile app. It was completely quiet. No press conference, just a few new buttons appearing on the interface. Users were greeted with a 3-tier design: fast mode for quick, everyday tasks, vision mode to analyze uploaded images, and expert mode for logical reasoning. Almost immediately, early testers on Reddit began feeding expert mode highly complex deductive logic problems. These exact same prompts had previously stumped the best models from Google and Anthropic, but DeepSeek solved them. In a single afternoon, a quiet update proved that DeepSeek had matched the benchmarks of the highest-tier Western machine intelligence, resetting what consumers expect from an AI platform. To understand how surprising this parity is, you have to look at how frontier AI is actually built. For years, the industry has relied on a single, rigid hardware equation. Achieving this level of computational reasoning requires billions of dollars and tens of thousands of highly advanced GPUs, almost exclusively manufactured by the American firm Nvidia. If you don't have those exact chips, you don't have the math. Yet, when developing their upcoming next-generation model, V4, DeepSeek notably withheld early access from U.S. chipmakers entirely. The April interface update was a Trojan horse. It delivered elite software performance, while masking the fact that the foundation has been swapped out for hardware built outside the American ecosystem. That hidden foundation is Huawei's Ascend architecture, a specialized framework of domestic silicon designed to process massive amounts of complex data without relying on American standard components. But you can't drop high-end AI software onto unfamiliar chips and expect it to work. DeepSeek spent months in a highly secretive collaboration with Huawei and the Chinese chip designer Cambricon. Their engineering teams went down to the foundational layers of the code. Rather than forcing a messy translation, they completely rewrote portions of the model's underlying logic, resculpting the software to run natively on the Chinese chip design. By writing specifically for the Ascend processors, they bypassed the inefficiencies of incompatible hardware. The data flows with zero emulation delays. This collaboration proves a critical point. Domestic Chinese hardware can crunch through the heaviest AI workloads on its own. The assumption that advanced machine learning requires an American processor to function efficiently has been broken. That bespoke hardware integration is exactly what makes the upcoming V4 suite possible. The entire lineup is optimized for these domestic chips, starting with a lightweight model built purely for rapid response times. Alongside it are the two heavyweights previewed in the April update: the Deep Reasoning Expert model and a highly capable multimodal model designed for visual inputs. Optimizing these 3 distinct tools for native silicon shows that DeepSeek has achieved top-to-bottom mastery of a fully sovereign, self-contained AI stack. Once DeepSeek proved that the Ascend architecture could genuinely rival Western standards, the broader Chinese technology market reacted almost immediately. For months, heavyweights like Alibaba, ByteDance, and Tencent had been taking a cautious wait-and-see approach. Following the V4 breakthroughs, they abandoned that caution and began placing bulk orders for Huawei's upcoming Ascend 950 PR chips. This chart tracks the resulting market shockwave. We see a relatively flat price line representing standard chip costs, until these massive tech conglomerates order hundreds of thousands of units at once. That sudden crush of volume spikes the cost of the hardware 20%. DeepSeek's V4 acted as the market catalyst. Domestic hardware instantly transitioned from a backup plan into the primary investment focus for China's most powerful companies. We are now seeing those massive hardware orders materialize into physical infrastructure. Across the country, vast new data centers are powering up. Alibaba recently deployed a 10,000-chip AI cluster, entirely powered by their own in-house Zhenwu processors. This map shows expanding infrastructure nodes across key tech hubs. In Shenzhen, they've activated the country's first massive cluster, built on Huawei's Ascend 910C chips. The gauge here displays an output of 11,000 petaflops, meaning the system can perform 11 quadrillion calculations every single second. Notice the secondary indicator showing that 92% of that computing capacity is already booked by clients. The demand for this native infrastructure is immediate and overwhelming. For years, the artificial intelligence industry relied on a single, heavily intertwined global supply chain. With the arrival of DeepSeek V4 and the hardware rush it triggered, that chain has severed, leaving two entirely decoupled, parallel AI ecosystems operating side by side.